Welcome everyone. English for the real world. Please do subscribe and share. Thank you. This lesson focuses on a civic duty that a lot of people do not like very much. Jury duty. As you can imagine, you'll hear a lot of vocabulary that deals with the law and going to court. Dialogue. Has the jury reached a verdict? Rosa was called for jury duty last week and she was surprised to find it very interesting. Let's listen in as she tells her friend Daniel about the case. Where were you last week, Rosa? On jury duty. Really? I've never been on a jury. I'm curious. What's it like? Actually, it was quite interesting. The alleged criminal was a young man. He was tried for theft. And did he do it? Not so fast. He had been arrested for stealing a TV, but he claimed to have bought it. So, what happened? The prosecuting attorney asked him a bunch of questions. Like what? Where he had bought the TV, how much he had paid for it, and stuff like that. Did he have an alibi? Well, the defendant claimed he was at home by himself, but there was a witness who saw him coming out of the store. So he did it. Well, we found him guilty. Is he in prison now? No, the judge released him on bail. He has to come back for sentencing in a couple of weeks. How much time do you think he'll get? I don't think he'll serve time. He'll probably get away with community service. It's sad to see a young guy get into trouble, isn't it? Words in action. It's a duty. It's our responsibility to do it. Children are curious about a lot of things and ask many questions. Someone stole my wallet. My wallet has been stolen. A person who steals is a thief. Theft is a crime. It's illegal to steal things. The judge watches over the whole trial. The police arrested Mr. Kapoor for drunk driving. Mr. Kapoor claimed that he was just tired, but they knew he had been drinking. They changed him and charged him with a crime and brought him to the police station. He was prosecuted for his crime. He was charged and brought before a judge for a legal punishment for his crime. You have the right to an attorney. District attorneys represent the people. They prosecute people who are accused of breaking the law. If you are charged with a crime, you need a defense attorney to represent you. The prosecution has to prove that the defendant committed the crime. He was charged with robbery. But he had an alibi. He was at a restaurant when the crime was committed. The defendant allegedly stole some money. John is a suspect in a criminal investigation. The detectives think he may have committed a crime. The defendant was able to pay bail, so he doesn't have to go to prison before his trial begins. The witness saw the crime happen. Eyewitness, a terrible car accident this morning. The jury finds the defendant either guilty or not guilty. During the trial, both the prosecution and the defense try to convince the jury of their arguments. He didn't ask only one, but a bunch of questions. John is serving time in prison for stealing cars. I think he'll get a short prison sentence since this is his first arrest. There are 12 members of a jury who decide whether a person is guilty. John studied law and now he's an attorney with a well-known law firm. My car has been stolen. He's got a sentence of 5 to 8 years in prison for his crimes. I've never visited a person. I'm curious about what it's like. The police arrested the woman in her house and took her to the police station. Since the crime hasn't been proven, the newspaper article says that the suspect allegedly stole the car. The defendant in the case is a man accused of stealing cars. When her purse was stolen, the woman yelled, "Stop, thief!" You may not want to do this, but you have to. It's your duty. Have you ever witnessed a crime and been questioned by the police? Because John failed the roadside test, he was brought to court and charged with driving under the influence. Peter said he didn't do it. He claimed that he was innocent. The police questioned a suspect in the robbery. They think they know who did it. John works for the office of the district attorney he likes, representing the public against criminals. You can't steal a car. Auto theft is a serious crime. The district attorney prosecuted people for many different kinds of crimes. When Robert was accused of a very serious crime, he decided to find the best defense attorney he could to represent him. The judge watches over the whole case and makes sure that the law is followed. The reporter knows the attorney well. He's watched her in court a bunch of times before. Jordan was accused of the crime, but he had a quick alibi. He was out of town on vacation when it happened. Do you know anyone who has done time in prison before? For a trial, you need a judge, a jury, a defendant, a defense attorney, and a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Taylor didn't go to prison before his trial. He's out on bail. That's all for now. Hope you do subscribe and share this video. Thanks a lot.